Hello. So if we were in school, April and May are when we talk about the Newbery and the Caldecott Awards. Now this one, just it reminded me of that because it has a medal on it, but it's an independent publishing award. There's lots and lots of book awards that they give out every year. But this is one called What Do You Do with an Idea? And it's new for our library. And I also have What Do You Do with a Problem? So those are books that you could maybe check out when we get back to school. But this one's by Kobi Yamada, and I thought it was a pretty cool one. And you're probably sitting around with a lot of time on your hands, and you have more time than you normally would to come up with an idea. So here's what you might want to do with it. One day, I had an idea. Where did it come from? Why is it here? I wondered. What do you do with an idea? At first, I didn't think much of it. It kind of seemed strange and fragile. I didn't know what to do with it. So I just walked away from it. I acted like it didn't belong to me. But it followed me. I worried what others would think. What would people say about my idea? I kept it to myself. I hid it away and didn't talk about it. I tried to act like everything was the same as it was before my idea showed up. But there was something magical about my idea. I had to admit I felt better and happier when it was around. It wanted food. It wanted to play. Actually, it wanted a lot of attention. It grew bigger and we became friends. I showed it to other people, even though I was afraid of what they would say. I was afraid that if people saw it, they would laugh at it. I was afraid they would think it was silly. And many of them did. They said it was no good. They said it was too weird. They said it was a waste of time and it would never become anything. And at first I believed them. I actually thought about giving up on my idea. I almost listened to them. But then I realized, what do they really know? This is my idea, I thought. No one knows it like I do. And it's okay to be different and weird, maybe a little crazy. I decided to protect it, to care for it. I fed it good food. I worked with it. I played with it. But most of all, I gave it my attention. My idea grew and grew, and so did my love for it. I built it a new house, one with an open roof where it could look up at the stars, a place where it could be safe to dream. By the way, the artwork in here is really cool. That's by May Bessem. I liked being with my idea. It made me feel more alive, like I could do anything. It encouraged me to think big and then to think bigger. It shared its secrets with me. It showed me how to walk on my hands because it said it is good to have the ability to see things differently. I couldn't imagine my life without it. Then one day, something amazing happened. My idea changed right before my eyes. It spread its wing, took flight, and burst into the sky. I don't even know how to describe it, but it went from being here to being everywhere. It wasn't just part of me anymore. It was now a part of everything. And then I realized what you do with an idea. You change the world. That's the end. So when I'm reading this book, it makes me think about different kinds of ideas. when I was started teaching at Ogletree, there was a parent who had a little girl, a character in her head for a book, and she'd had it for years and years. And she brought me one day her journal where she was kind of starting to write stories about her, and she would light up when she would tell me what she wears and how she talks. That was her big idea, and I bet she's still hanging on to that today, wanting to turn that into a book or something one day. It could be ideas like that I see sometimes on Shark Tank. That's a TV show where people bring an invention, and if the millionaires believe in it enough, they'll buy it and they'll help you sell it, and you can become really wealthy. But sometimes the people that come on there, I think their ideas are crazy, and I start laughing, and then they'll be some of the ones that the people buy and become famous. So what do I know? But just imagine if some of our most famous inventors, when they got laughed at, stopped. Like I'm thinking, our telephone, iPhone, um, electricity, like all of these things, when they first came out, there were a lot of people that laughed at them. The Wright brothers with the airplane, I'm sure you've heard about that. So anyway, when you have a big idea, don't bottle it up. Just keep kind of working with it and thinking about it. And let's see if your idea might be one that changes the world. I miss you.